Yo, 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 what is going on? People, man, back with another E3 VTO. Alright, man, so today was one of the big days, man. Microsoft had the usual Xbox conference. And I'll be honest, going in, I wasn't expecting much. You guys know me. You look at my Twitter time. I was not expecting anything at all. I'm like, this thing's going to be whatever. Forgettable, right? I was wrong. And I'm glad I was wrong. You know, they showed a lot of good stuff. A lot of preparations, as I call it, for the future, right? Yeah, I mean, we're going to get into it. Man, what'd you think about that conference?
I mean, as always, they always pretty much do a good show. Like, last time they did a decent show, the year before, it's like every year Microsoft has a pretty decent, showing. But, I guess you go a little further on that, because at least for me, one thing I felt about it is, as a person who doesn't actually own an Xbox, it didn't give me a lot of reasons why I should own an Xbox.
Yeah.
But it definitely gave a lot of reasons for people who do already have an Xbox to continue to to continue to buy the games and all that other stuff, I feel.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I really like the fact that they're, had a very diverse lineup. And I mean diverse in the dictionary term. Very different types of lineups. It wasn't just shooting bro games, had some Japanese. As a matter of fact, the second game they showed was a Japanese samurai game, that's apparently made by From Software.
Samurai Souls.
Yeah, Samurai Souls. It's probably going to be pretty brutal, and then it showed Kingdom Hearts for a pretty long time. I was surprised by that.
Yeah, they showed and they showed a couple of new things. I think the Elsa thing is new. I don't think I remember seeing that stuff before.
Yeah.
From what is it, Tangled? Not Tangled though. What's the other one?
Frozen.
Elsa from Frozen. Yeah. So that's cool stuff, and it looks good. The game always looks really nice.
Yeah.
I like the way they said it. It was like, hey, this is the first time it's on the Xbox.
Yeah.
But I'm like, they kind of already said it was already going to be on Xbox.
Yeah, but you got to say it again,
You gotta say it in the conference atmosphere. Right?
Yeah. And what was it? They showed 50 games. A bunch of them. I love it. It's like world premiere. People were like, "Oh, those are exclusive." No. Kingdom Hearts ain't no exclusive.
It's weird. It's weird. Like, they have stuff like exclusive, like console launch exclusive.
Are we gonna break down each of them?
They keep changing the words that they're using.
Yeah.
Last year it was it was Xbox One, Windows 10 exclusive.
Yeah. Our favorite.
That was that one. Now it says console. Console launch exclusive. But for some reason it would say exclusive.
Yeah. Yeah. Console launch exclusive basically means it's going to launch on that console exclusively, but it's going to come to something else, which confused some people because Cuphead got that.
Yeah, Cuphead got it.
The new Cuphead DLC.
It looks like it's a DLC or maybe like an extension of the game already.
Yeah.
Kind of like the way Sonic Mania works.
Yeah.
Like where Sonic Mania has that new thing, that Sonic Mania Plus, where they added new stuff. So I'm guessing this is kind of like Cuphead Plus.
Yeah, and they have I call her Cuphead Girl. They got her in there. They got some bosses and stuff. That's cool. But again, I was wondering, why did I get console launch exclusive? So I'm guessing because Microsoft owns that fucking thing.
They own
I'm
that
guessing
franchise.
it's gonna launch on Xbox first, then it's gonna come to PC later. Because the other Cuphead, I believe, was both simultaneously.
Yeah, that's exactly what.
So yeah, there we go. Already discovered it because people are confused about that.
Yeah, it was.
But that's why they use that terminology, man.
All those things are just incredibly confusing. You saw Nier Automata got announced for there.
Nier Automata is coming to Xbox, which is pretty crazy.
Which is good.
Yeah. By the way, I want to use this opportunity to call some of these dudes out. I don't do it on Twitter, but I do it on my podcast, man. I find it funny that basically the same dudes that said crap in these games, nobody wants to play that. What happens? You want to play Nier Automata now, don't you?
Yeah. You know,
the same guys who said narrative-driven games are one and done. You're getting a bunch of those. What happened? I thought you don't like those games. And my favorite exclusives are anti-consumer. You still saying that shit now? Well, Xbox is getting a lot of exclusives.
Yeah, there's a
lot of exclusives. What happened? Come on, guys. You can't be talking all that bullshit. Just because you don't like it when Sony does it, it's okay when Microsoft does it. gotta be consistent, man.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I think they're doing a good job. And then who's texting us, man?
Yo, man, it's Chris Seeley.
Does he want to be on? Yo, man, you want some of this hot fire?
So
you
yeah.
know?
Then the other fun thing, they actually talked about the studios that they
Yes.
bought. They bought.
Microsoft is gobbling up studios, man.
Yeah, no, that's their one big exclusive.
Here's
Money.
Yeah. Here's my thing though, and you too. It's like the studio that owns that makes Forza. They bought them. I'm like, didn't they already own them?
Yeah, I was a little confused about that. Like, didn't they already own the guys that make Forza Horizon? Like, all right, good.
Sure, you know.
So Sony can't pick them up to make Drive Club 2.
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
What's going on, Ed Ramos? Yeah, so we'll talk about some of these games. Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah.
Sekiro. That's the whatchamacallit game, the samurai game, I believe.
Samurai game? Samurai Souls?
Yeah. Devil May Cry 5. What was interesting about that is because we knew it was going to get announced at E3, not during the Xbox conference. Very interesting. No. And what made me happy was it was Nero, and he's the main guy. Nero's better than Dante.
It's funny about Nero in this one. Like, it's weird. He looks younger.
Yeah.
Than he did in the last time we've seen him.
And Nero
he looks like Dante from the DMC game.
Yeah, and he acts like Dante from DMC. Nero was not. He never acted like that. You know. The reason I say I like Nero better is because mechanically he's better because he has the grapple hook and he has it in this too. You know. But then at the very end of the trailer, you saw old ass Dante shirt. I'm like, what did you age like 50 years and 10 years? Like what happened?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't say how long it was between them, but yeah, it's weird. He looks like DMC Dante.
Yeah. Master Shake says no Splinter Cell. Was definitely expecting it to be Xbox. You know where that's gonna be shown. Ubisoft, baby. Yep. You know what's going on, Christian? You know. So yeah, they gobbled up a bunch of studios, and then we gotta talk about the elephant in the room. The big. It was to me, it's a megaton. Ninja Theory. Microsoft now owns Ninja Theory.
That's pretty crazy, right there.
Yeah. That's what do you think about that?
I mean, I think it's funny because you know why it happened.
Yeah.
Because of Hellblade, because they showed that they could make this really awesome game on their own.
Yeah.
And it got critically acclaimed, and it got all these awards and stuff, and then Microsoft was just like, oh yeah, these guys are pretty good. Maybe we should buy them.
You know, it's kind of funny because you would think Sony would have been the one to buy them. You know, but.
I mean, Sony's got a lot of studios. I mean, being that they did make, like, they did start off with Ninja Theory using and Heavenly Sword and stuff like that. But yeah.
Yeah, and you know, Hellblade was exclusive to PlayStation
for a
bit.
Know,
console exclusive. You know, Barry Burns says Battletoads. Yeah, there's another one. Battletoads is coming.
Battletoads.
Shout out to David Giltinen, who we had him on as a guest on Throwdown. He was like, "Oh my god, if they give me Battletoads." He's been asking for that for a long time.
Yeah, he's been asking for a while.
Ever since Phil Spencer started wearing that shirt. You know, so yeah, Battletoads is coming. That's gonna be good.
Speaking of Battletoads, Robert Workman was literally wearing a Battletoads.
Yes, he was
randomly today.
He knew, man. You know, shout out to Robert Workman. You know, Master Shake says they said that it came down to needing the funding to get out of what they consider to be a AA depression, and Xbox promised creative independence. Interesting. So I think maybe Hellblade cost them a lot of money, and they were in debt. I had no idea about that.
Who knows?
AA depression. Here's the thing I want to say about Ninja Theory. Right, that studio helps fill in a void Microsoft has, which is big narrative-driven games. They don't really have that, right? And I was telling Manny this at Denny's. I think with enough money and time, Ninja Theory has the potential to be on the level of Naughty Dog. I'm just being real right now.
Yeah, I definitely think so.
Those guys, like, yeah, I'm thinking about it now. They've produced nothing but high quality stuff. I forget the name, the first game with
Heavenly Sword.
Heavenly Sword, right? Quality game. In Odyssey to the West, right? Another one. You know, DMC, Hellblade. It's like, come on, man. These guys haven't made a dud yet. You know?
They also did one of the Disney Infinity games.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. But we don't talk about that here.
That's that cash grab. That's the one to keep the studio open.
Yeah. I can't blame them for that. You know, but the real games, haven't let us down, man. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a big one right now. And then at the end, the juicy stuff, right? My man Phil, he just throws it in there. We're working on a new Xbox system. That's smart. I know some people. I was talking to our boy Jake Baldino, right? He didn't really think it was such a good idea.
It was necessary to say
that. It was
that.
necessary. Shout out to Weapon X. He said they should not have done that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that was the smartest move they did.
Here's the thing, like, I feel like in general, but here's one thing to know. Like, okay, they have all these 5 new studios that are under their belts.
Yeah.
Right? How many of these companies are already making games, and when are these games going to come?
Yeah.
To be honest, by the time a lot of these companies already kind of finished, or close to finishing, we're already going to be in the next generation of consoles.
Yeah. Here's the thing you got to understand. The next generation of consoles isn't far away. It's close. It's within the next 2 years. 2 or 3 years at most. 3 years at most. This thing's coming.
Mm-hmm.
So, and like I said, the Xbox One has never, ever gotten away from that stigma. $500, DRM, all that other bullshit. It is tainted. It is tainted. Microsoft, for a fact they want to move the fuck on.
Yeah.
They want to move on. So right now, think about it like this. This is the whole setup. You have these studios, right? And again, shout out to OBJ. We were watching his video yesterday. He said this perfectly. You can't just get a studio and then suddenly they got a game tomorrow. It doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work like that.
Takes time. So you got the studios, right? And they've probably been working on games for a little while now, right? Got next 2 years Xbox. Takes about 2 or 3 years to make a good game. You already know what's up. I'm not saying every single one of these studios is gonna have a game on launch day. Some of them will, but like Heavenly, I was gonna say Heavenly. So Ninja Theory, they're gonna have some within not the launch window, but maybe a year or two after Xbox 2. Let's just call that for the sake of conversation. They're setting it up. They're setting up the dominoes, and right now I'm more hopeful for Microsoft than I've been in a long time. They are setting everything up, and it's good. Diverse studios. I think they're trying to get away from that shooter box shit. And nowadays, let's just be honest, that stuff doesn't really fly anymore.
No, I mean it's kind of like the bro gamer sort of thing that they're trying to go with. That we're trying to go with, but I think a lot of people have kind of moved on from that sort of stuff, and I think definitely we want to have a variety of titles on there rather than just shoot the hell out of everything. Some of those reveals was like the Gears of War 5 was that?
Yeah, that was funny. They troll people. Because they came out there with I call them chibi Gears of War, like Funko Pop or whatever. Whereas people were like, what the fuck is it? Was a mobile game, like a Gears of War mobile game. People were like, what the hell is this? And it was like, oh wait, hold on, we got the real Gears of War for you. You know? We got the real one for you, man.
I mean, I think people were kind of down with like maybe a Funko like Pop sort of like cutesy sort of Gears of War game. But then it was like, then you saw. I was like talking to hip hop because I was, by the way, sitting.
Yeah, we got a story
hip-hop,
for you, man.
Hip hop gamer.
Hip hop.
So that I was talking about like that. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. It's the pop figure game, right?
Yeah.
No, it's for it just said on the bottom. It just said iPhone and.
Yeah, it's a stupid mobile game. But I was like, man, these motherfuckers troll people. But then they came around. And they delivered the goods. So Gears of War 5 is going to focus on Kate. And then you saw what's his face? Forget his guy's name, CJ or whatever, the main guy. It got reversed, like because he used to have hair, right, and shaved face. Now he shaved his head. He has big beard. And you saw Marcus Phoenix in there.
What was up with his arm?
Marcus Phoenix?
No, the dude's arm. He had like this weird shit.
Oh yeah. Like I think something may have happened because
in the last game.
Yeah, okay. I mean I played the last game. I don't remember anything happening in his arm.
He had some sort of weird thing on his arm, and like he got mad and then he had to go. Ugh.
Yeah, I think it flared up his arthritis. I don't know, arm arthritis. All right, let me read some of these comments. Oh shit, we got a lot of comments here. A lot of El Ramos, a lot of Xbox fanboys looking very shaky at this moment. Yeah, because they look like hypocrites now. Master Shake says, to me, this conference was clear as day. We are done with this current gen, and we are going to be strong for next gen. Exactly, bro. Barry Burns says, the initiative, your mission, should you decide to accept it, make games that don't suck. Yeah, that's a new studio, the initiative.
The initiative.
I really can't say much about them. I don't know what's going on with the initiative.
They're just saying it's a very well-known game developer that's head of the studio.
Yeah.
So who knows?
We got David Jaffe. What's up?
I don't know. I don't think David Jaffe is doing anything. I think he's just gonna He's not in Santa Monica.
No, he's not. Yeah.
He's out in San Francisco, as I remember.
Yeah, El Ramos was the real fuck up. Is if Microsoft doesn't react, if they can bring out some excellent exclusives, I like how you like capitalize excellent exclusives in the next 2 to 3 years when they launch the next console. It is a big turnaround from the Xbox One release. That is true. Master Shake says, why do you think they made Gears Tactics PC exclusive? Mm-hmm.
I think it's weird because they.
Is that the name of the game too? By the way,
I don't know if it's Gears Tactics.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it, but I don't know why they did it, but maybe because those kind of games tend to do a bit better on PCs, unless they want to do it. Unless they want to do it on a phone, like EA was doing with Command and Conquer.
Yeah, what's going on, Nate, my brother? He goes, Gears Tactics is probably the only exclusive I'm personally interested in. They showed, okay. John Place, Techno Fabulous, Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
All right, he goes, low to high, solid conference, damn right. And Nate probably ran badly on the OG Xbox. If it's anything like XCOM, it takes a lot to run. Maybe. If, say, the conference was solid. I'd say the solid was 7 or B minus. Yes, that's fair,
Yeah, I mean, I had no complaints about it.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was a good conference, man. I think Microsoft they're setting shit up for the future.
And
go ahead.
There's a Forza Horizon.
Oh yeah, that was cool. But can you really get excited about Forza Horizon at this point?
No, I mean, it was just more things. I mean, one thing is they're talking about kind of a combined world.
Yeah.
Where it was like, you get all the, you have time of day, you have seasons.
Yeah.
Now, my big question, and I asked this, I was just asking this, was like, number one, like, how does that even work? Like, okay, is everybody connected onto this one time of day? So what if you're playing at night?
Yeah.
What if you're playing at night? Then you're always playing at night in the game, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Or
maybe they see it as daytime in their wherever they are.
I don't know. Or the other thing is because they said all the seasons and everything, everybody sees it.
Yeah.
So all the seasons are synchronized. So does that mean that they just kind of turn the season button on and off?
Maybe.
Like
that's something. I know. The Crew 2 is doing something like that. Like all the different terrains and stuff, weather, it's all in the server. So they're probably doing that. As for the time of day, I just thought about it now. It's an easy fix. They'll just put you in people that are in your same area.
In your team, yeah. So that means, yeah, all right.
Like if it'll put me and you together, because even if you're in Pennsylvania, I'm in York. It's
still the same time zone,
but season's a little different because if right now it's summer, right? Or it's about to be summer for us. If we play with somebody from Argentina, it's winter for them.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have snow down there.
Yeah, that is true. But but it is winter for them.
It's rainy.
Yeah. And Nate says the setting for Forza Horizon looks so boring compared to what we thought it was going to be. Hong Kong or Japan, but that again, don't go into expectations, bro.
It's England.
And let's just be real though. Microsoft is a Western studio. They're not gonna put Asian countries as the focal point. Maybe I'm being wrong there. Well, then again, you can kind of consider Australia an Asian country too,
Which one? Like the last Forza was in Australia.
Yeah, it was Australia. Yeah.
But they're kind of just doing everywhere.
I mean, they're Westerns. Yeah. I don't think that conference put any pressure on Sony. It was, to me, too conference, and look what they were able to do in the future. Yeah, pretty much. Hey, what is up, my streamer? I don't know that name. Mag official. What's going on, man? All right. I think. Yeah. By the way, this is gonna be a longer stream. I just realized we gotta talk about Bethesda. But before we do that, funny Microsoft stories. There was some nonsense. Manny trying to get in. So he would regale you with tales.
In the past, I've always gotten Microsoft invites. In fact, I used to get Microsoft invites before I even got any E3 confirmation.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'd just be like, "Yo, should I just register because I may not even be there." And you're like, just do it anyway. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
And then usually not far after I get the get the E3 confirmation.
Yeah.
But yeah, this time around, and I think it's because of just the sheer amount of how many people were going to be in there and how big how big the actual Microsoft theater is.
Yeah.
So they cut out a lot of people. What happened was, we went over and we talked about how to get in. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't get the thing, and I've been going to this thing since 2012, so then we went over to this to this. They told us, okay, listen, if you didn't get your barcode or didn't get your confirmation, go to this area and hang out on this line. And we literally hung out on that line until like it felt like an hour.
Yeah.
So
it was you and Hip Hop Gamer at that point.
It was me, Hip Hop Gamer, Black Oni,
yeah,
and
Red Infamy,
It was,
Bovice was there, right?
Bovice was there too.
So called by their nicknames, you know.
So it was a whole big. I pretty much knew a lot of the folks on the line.
Yeah.
So then what happens? We wait there, and they literally are like, "Yo, we're gonna be." They're already about to start the show. Yeah. So I'm like, Tony was hanging out there, and he's like, I'm like, dude, just go in.
Yeah, because I had my shit ready.
Yeah, he was already good. So I'm like, if I can't have you just missing out on this thing.
Yeah.
So just on my account. So what they said to us was like, oh, finally they got the line moving, and I just told them my story. I'm like, hey, listen, I've been going to this thing for this amount of years. I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, hey, well, if you didn't have the email or the thing. So just write your name down and your email. I'm like, all right, and then we'll call your name if you we can pull you in. I'm like, all right.
Damn.
So that's what happened. So essentially, they had us wait on this other area in the back.
Yeah.
Like we went on the line. So this we could just like visual examples. So right here is where we were lined up. Like, and it went from one thing to another. And this is the whatever the trailer was supposed to be, and then they had us literally go back. So we went through all the trailer, and then we had to go back again.
That's stupid.
It was weird. So then after that, we were all standing there, like again, it's like burning up. Yeah. And then they go like, listen, you've already gotten through. We're gonna probably do an announcement at 12:30 to see if for people.
That's close because the shit is at 1.
Yeah. The shit was at 1. So me and I met this other dude who was on the line, and we were just hanging out and talking. He's like, hey, I'm gonna go get something to eat. You want to come? I'm like, yeah, let's go. Because I've been talking. Yeah. We've been talking to him like the whole. I've been talking. It
was that white dude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I gave him my card, and he's just like, hey, let's go. We go, hang out. He's like, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be going back.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm gonna go back. Whatever. If they turn us away, you know what? We'll just go. We'll just go find. I'm gonna go find a corner and maybe pop on with the Throwdown guys on the whole team. And do live reactions with the show. So we went to this bar. I mean, we went to the place next to the GW. I can't remember.
JW,
What's the name of that restaurant?
The one next to. You at the Yard House?
Yeah, we were at the Yard House.
Yeah.
We sat at the bar, had a couple of drinks, and then dude was really nice. He actually bought me my drink.
Oh shit! Damn, you had a whole adventure out there. Fuck.
Yeah. So, and then we got there and we had a couple of wings, and he paid for that as well. So he's like, yeah, I was a little hungry. And then I'm like, dude, I'm probably gonna go back. And I'm like, dude, thank you so much for. He's like, no, that's no problem. It's just a drink and whatever. I'm like, all right. So we go back, and he thinks that it's all gonna. He's like, I don't know if it's gonna. Oh no, what happened is, we're waiting there. We got there at around 12:30. And he's like, oh, yeah, my girlfriend actually has some credentials that we can get in on. He's like, I'm going to go meet her. I'm like, all right. So he goes out, and he's like, yo, dude. And he's like, hey, it was good meeting you, blah, blah. We talk. And he has he's like me, where he has his finger in a lot of different sorts of things, like tech and all kinds of other stuff. So I'm there, talking to Hip Hop and Red and all the folks. And they're like, all right, we are, everybody that's standing here is going to get in. So every single person that was standing in that area, there was enough room for everybody to get in, so that we were all of it. So, but first thing, this is the weird thing. Excuse me. Apparently, there were a bunch of Microsoft employees standing there. Yeah. They were all on the wall, like standing close on the wall side of everything. Yeah. Apparently, there was no guaranteed spot for a bunch of these people who worked at Microsoft. Wow. So
same thing happened at EA yesterday. They were turning away EA employees.
Yeah, there was no guaranteed spot for those people. Like, guys, these guys make the games. Were you telling me you can't let those guys all got in first?
Yeah. By the way, quick aside: Super Mario Bro 9 wants to know: are you a comic book artist?
Yes, I work in comics. Not officially. I've drawn comics, and I mostly color them for Marvel, DC, Skybound, pretty much every single comic company under the sun. I worked on it.
All right. Anyway, continue.
So, what was I doing? So yeah, we all the Microsoft employees went first, then we went in, and when they got us in, they pretty much got us all in pretty quickly. Went to the metal detectors and all that other good stuff, and they sent us all the way up into the top, into the nosebleeds. So it is. We were high up there.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I feel like we're higher in the other place that we went.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Wherever I don't know what the other name of the place.
The Gallon Center.
The Gallon Center. That one's like an arena.
Or Galen Center. Gallons of fucking water. Yeah. Galen Center. Yeah, I feel like we were just like up there.
Yeah, we were up there. So that was this one. We were up there, and I was up there with Hip Hop Gamer.
Yeah. That must have been an experience.
And what you just saw there was pretty much that. He's like literally. Yeah. He's like, this game is so great.
I forgot what the hell it was. I was with him at an event for something. That was the whole event. He's just like,
he's choking. Yeah. He's literally choking me at one point. Not like really, but he's like choking me and shaking me around.
Hip hop, man.
I feel like here's the thing. I think he because we know each other for a while. It's all as there's it's comfortable. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah,
but I'm sure. But I'm sure if it was a random dude just standing there, be like,
why is this black guy choking?
Why is this black guy choking me? I'm like, whatever.
We read a couple of things here. Zim, aka Afro King, goes, a fellow comic book artist. Great work, man. You need to hook up with this guy then. If you draw him comics. The thing about comic books, like a lot of guys work under the surface. You don't even know them like that. You know?
Yeah.
Well for the EA employees. They dodged a national tragedy. Damn. And Polygon. Are you the site Polygon? I just noticed something. The setting of Forza Horizon 3 is the territory of a former British colony, and Forza Horizon 4 is the territory of the former colonial power of the colony. It's a good point.
Dun.
Yeah, so then what happened after you almost got, murdered by
hip-hop? I got murdered by hip-hop. No. It was good. It was fun. Like, he was just, his enthusiasm for this stuff. Like, he's all like, just like,
That's crazy, man. I was speaking about enthusiasm. I don't know if you noticed this because I know you got in a little bit late, right? When Phil Spencer comes out, the whole front row, because it's the Xbox Fan Fest, guys, these dudes stood up like, yeah, they went crazy. Meanwhile, all the journalists behind them were just chilling, just sitting, Like, the only people that got up were the first 3 rows. They were just like, all right. Like damn, you're like deifying this man, It's crazy.
So yeah, it was really fun stuff. I've never sat next to hip hop before during.
There you go.
It was a total experience, and it's he just definitely has that energy. I know there was a couple of people who were just like, looking at him like, who's this? What is this guy
screaming, man?
I'm surprised you didn't hear him screaming from the rafters.
No, there was the one I heard was there was one Microsoft guy. Every single announcement, exclusive, world premiere. I'm like, man, shut the fuck up.
It's the second coming.
It
was Sunday. We were at church. We were at Microsoft church.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, man. Afro King goes, your channel is dope as hell. Deserves more views. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
And he goes, what is with the head of conferences wearing tight clothing? Hey, man, they got look good for the ladies, man. I just wanted to say what's up. Yeah, man. NPC Hero, what's going on, brother?
What's up, man?
We getting a lot of people here. A fellow okay, he right. That is hip hop gonna fight the dude with the Madden belt. Oh man.
Well, I mean. Yeah, he was telling me about his belt beforehand. He was saying like, yeah, he's got a new belt and he's got his grandma on it and everything, and like Hot 97 and all that. He's like, it's the first time he's ever made a red one before.
That's crazy.
And he's telling me where he gets it from, someplace in the South somewhere.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. And then so after the conference, I went to the Xbox showcase. I said a funny thing. where the where you saw the Xbox stage, that's where I went to play games. You already saw some people playing games on there. That's where I went. You know, so I got to play Forza Horizon 4. I played, as I call it, Yarny 2. You know, I played Ori and the Blind. Not Ori and the Blind Forest. Ori and the Will of the Wisp. I also played. I forget the name of the subtitle, but it's the new Warhammer game. It's like a hack and slash type of game. And there was a bunch of other games that they had whatchamacallit, they had Tomb Raider, Shadow of Tomb Raider, Soul Calibur 6, a bunch of other games that I did not play on purpose because I have an appointment for them, so I'll check them out. There was also one solitary booth for Valkyria Chronicles 4, but there was this one guy hogging the whole fucking thing, you know, and I wasn't trying
He's
to wait.
the big fan.
Yeah, they were serving all the so your boy, because I hadn't eaten until, you know, I had breakfast here in the hotel. I hadn't eaten all day, so I was just eating fucking all this shit. Hung out with Paris and Danny from Gamer Tag Radio, and it's cool to hang out with those guys. Yeah, man, shout out. It's cool hanging out with those guys because usually when we run into them during E3, they're busy and stuff.
Yeah, we're catching them in transition. They're in on the way through.
Yeah, exactly. But it was cool to hang out with them and just talk like regular guys. You know, it was good stuff. So then after that, I think that's when we met up again, and then apparently you met Sam Lake during the
while Tony was hanging, we have a little bit of footage for here and there.
Yeah, we got you with some footage,
extra
man.
footage here. But while I was standing in front of the Microsoft Center, I was getting a bunch of B-roll footage for our little show right here.
Yeah.
And you know, I got some shots of hip hop and Oni and Red Infamy and all of our friends, you know. And then just while I'm doing all this stuff, I see Sam Lake, the creator of Max Payne, the director of Max Payne, and Quantum Break, and Alloy. So I'm like, hey, you know, Mr. Lake, would it be okay to take a picture with you? He's like, oh yes, sure. And then we just took a little quick picture and stuff. But here, I feel like there's a little bit of visual miscommunication with me and Mr. Lake, because I was doing the mean face and he's doing the.
Yeah, should be the other way around.
It should be the other way around. He should be doing the mad angry face because he's always he's got the sour face from, you know, he's the face of Max Payne, you know.
Yeah. By the way, Loda High brings up a good point. I was thinking about this. He's like, you need to sit next to hip hop at the Sony conference. I'm like, if he went that crazy for Microsoft, you could imagine Sony.
Well, we know we know a couple of people that sat during the Sony conference.
Yeah, exactly.
Charles Singletary sat sat next to him, and he said it was an experience. And our good boy Reggie Butler sat next to him last year, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so you know, those guys, they were immortalized. They're the two guys like bowing in front of Sony.
They are a meme. They are, at this point in time, they are a meme. Like whenever you see that, like you'll see them like bowing to the stage.
It's crazy. NPC Hero goes, are we finally going to see Remedy's new game tomorrow? I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see, man. By the way, one of the other reasons I'm reading every single one of these is because it's not popping up on the screen. I don't think we ever set that up.
Yeah, we
El Ramos is being mean right now. He goes, hip hop gamer equals 100% hype and cheats and 0% skill. Damn. Hey, hip hop, man, he's cool, man. Come on now. Yeah. The damn belt. Let's not forget. Yeah, you already know, man. All right, Bethesda now. You got to talk about Bethesda's. I may change the title of this thing. I just realized during filming, like, well, yeah, we didn't talk about Bethesda. Yeah, I'll sneak it in. I'll change the title later.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, so I think we missed the first half of it.
Yeah, you were coming in, or
yeah, I was getting my badge and shit, and I come through, and like a bunch of our crew, you know, was there. Charles Singletary, Will Wiggins, Black Oni, some of their friends that I just met. Bo Vice as always, and it was cool. Andrian, I believe that's how his name. We just call him Manny though, from Ubisoft. Cool motherfucker. If you've seen him, he cosplays as like Black Panther and stuff. Like totally looks like him, you know. So he came to hang out with us, you know. It was cool.
I like to call him real Black Panther.
Real, yeah, because he's from Africa. He's from Ghana, you know. Real Black Panther, you know. That dude was cool as a motherfucker. He came over to me first time, hugged me and everything, man. You know, so yeah, we were hanging out, but we saw like the last half of the Bethesda thing, and apparently people were telling us that was the best part.
Oh, okay.
And it was good. I mean, you know, here's the thing: it's like I don't get too excited about Bethesda, but I give them props when they have. For me, my most exciting thing, Doom, Eternal, which is a sequel to Doom. I just hope that Eternal doesn't mean Battle Royale. You know, man, don't fuck it up. But apparently, it's actually just a straight sequel.
Okay.
You guys know me. I love me some Doom, and they got some tentacle monsters in this one. Crazy shit. You know, so that's gonna be good. Then they showed Fallout 76. Obviously, they went really deep into that. That's gonna be multiplayer, you know, full on multiplayer.
Yeah, it's a full open world online world, which is interesting.
Yeah. But they have a story. You can play the whole thing solo. You can play like a regular Fallout if you want. You know, so they had that, and then I think I'm missing. They showed some mobile bullshit. I don't fuck about that.
They showed a mobile game, and they showed Rage. They showed
Rage 2. They went into deep. But I don't care about Rage 2. Then again, another thing. At the end of it, Todd Howard, he was looking like Han Solo, by the way.
Yeah, we call him Han Solo. It's like, oh, hey, look, it's got Han Solo on the stage.
It's crazy. So he said, hey, the next 2 games we're going to show you are next-gen games. We're like...
Well, no, he said, he's like... the first
As you know,
game,
you're right. He goes, the game we're going to show you right now is next-gen. So next-gen, we got this next-gen game coming.
Well, I think he first said it was a new
IP. It's a new IP. A next gen. He didn't say next gen system. He said next gen game, right? And it's forget the name of the dumb game, but it just had a logo, you know. But he says, so we're gonna have that for you, and then the next game after that is gonna be this. And it showed you Skyrim. I was gonna say Skyrim 2, it's Elder Scrolls 6, but I'm like, okay, if I know it's Sky something. Tell me in the chat, please. If that sci-fi game is next gen. And Elder Scrolls is after that. Elder Scrolls has to be next gen too. Yeah, you know
that's what it is. That's what it's going to be. It's the thing is that again we're getting so close to the next generation of stuff. Yeah, it's silly to think that they're not. They're essentially drawing the line in the sand already. Yeah. They're saying you're not going to see any big things. You're going to see whatever is going to we have already in the pipeline, but the next thing that's coming. That's when you're going to start seeing really new advanced stuff.
Starfield. There you go. My man.
I mean, Starfield looks interesting. You know, if we got to talk about Cyberpunk for Microsoft.
Hold on, before we even go on. I told you motherfuckers we getting that Elder Scrolls, man. I told you. You know? Brett was like, no, Tony, no, they're not going to do that. You know? But I tell you motherfuckers. You know? Oh, yeah, let's go back. Cyberpunk. Oh, I forgot about that. You know? We'll see. I'm that guy. I'm gonna piss you off. I don't care about this game.
Cyberpunk is, it looks like, you know,
it looks fucking legit. The game looks crazy. The graphics are nuts, but I'm not a fan of cyberpunk. It's a genre. If you guys don't know, cyberpunk is a genre. I've never been a big fan of that. But Ghost in the Shell is like the only thing I kind of like about that.
But even Deus Ex is kind of considered cyberpunk.
It can be, but it's not dystopian-y enough. It's like the government still kind of functions correctly. Like for a real cyberpunk, it's like you have to have this superly oppressive government. Deus Ex doesn't really have an oppressive government, you know? Not really.
And also, cyberpunk is based on a game, I think a role-playing game.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, I mean, yeah, again, it looks cool, but I need to see more. But I'm not very excited. But I know I did like the way Phil was like, hey, thank you guys, blah blah blah, and then like that glitch happened. Yeah. You know, that was cool.
Apparently, in the glitch. There's a bunch of numbers that were on the screen, and they were free codes for The Witcher.
Oh shit!
The coding that showed up on the screen, the people have translated a bunch of them and put them into the Xbox, and they were free codes. They essentially gave away a bunch of free codes to The Witcher.
Yeah, El Ramos goes, is the online mode on Fallout 76 permanent, or can you turn it off? People saying you can play solo, but other people can invade your world like in Diablo. Dude, Todd Howard himself said he could play the whole game solo. So there you go. That's all you need to know. Yeah. You know, I heard it's not online. I mean, here's the thing. It probably is online only, but you can play it solo. I'm pretty sure you have to be connected at all times. You know, it's funny. That presentation was pretty long. We still have a ton of questions about that game.
They showed a lot of shooting in the game.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. But the thing is that they showed a lot of shooting. But the thing is that people were dying when they get shot. Yeah. Like, in other words, they weren't like numbers were flying out of their heads. It looked like they were more. It was more of a shooty aspect to it.
Yeah. Like, I mean, Fallout's always had a big shooting aspect to it.
No, I mean, it's like usually in a Fallout game, you're shooting a guy, shooting the guy. They're bullet sponges. They don't die right away. and they have numbers coming out
It
of them.
depends on the weapon you have. Some guys, you pop them in the head.
Because it looked like he was just like blowing everybody away.
But remember, they dress those things up. You know how that goes. They make it more
They make it
action-y.
more action-y.
You know, like I always said, those trailers that you see, the gameplay footage, it's the equivalent of a hamburger that you see on TV. That thing's dressed up to look like that. They don't look like that when you buy them. They're all squished up and shit. You know, but yeah, that thing was probably dressed up like that.
Yeah. And then there was the Division 2, which is Adam really
I forgot about the Division. It's in Washington now, which is
cool.
kind of cool. I think Adam's going to be upset.
He's a little disappointed that it's not like Brooklyn and,
he's like, yo, go to
Queens
Brooklyn
or
soon.
No, it's all a new area, which is fine.
Yeah, but because I'm like, if it's a, like, it's not a zombie virus. If it's a plagues are going to spread. That's how it works, My thing is, in the trailer, I don't think it, like, for lack of a better term, I think there's gonna have bullet sponge enemies.
Okay.
That's the thing I hated about the first game. It's like I'm shooting bums, sniper rifling bums in the head, and they're still not dying. I'm like, what the hell? So in this one, they were fighting like a big dude in the, and then it's like
some armor.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man, like die already. Like if Black Oni said, like just die already, man. Shit.
Yeah.
Just watching it, I was like already getting like tired of it.
And then the skating game.
Yeah, Adam, that's not Skate 4 though.
That's not Skate 4, but I'm sure he's happy about that. It takes place in New York. It was near the Brooklyn Bridge and everything. I think he'd be happy about that one.
Yeah, it's cool,
Yeah.
Barry Burns says, I bet they took kids out of Fallout 76. I don't know what that means by that. Okay. Well, Ramos goes, but I feel like they could explain better. They could have explained it better.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you guys wanted to talk about? Any other crazy stories for you? My day was pretty straight. I didn't really have any crazy ass adventures.
I mean, other than hip hop and seeing the guys, I'll just pull up some.
Oh yeah, let's get into some footage, man. Let's go.
So yeah, that's just the front, so you guys can check it out. And then here's the interior, just to see a little bit of it. There's a little
hip hop.
Yeah, it's hip hop. I wanted to get a little bit of hip hop doing his thing here. He's just talking about, he's essentially pimping Sony. He's like, he's like, it was good, it was a great show, but Sony, yeah, which is fun. Here's
my man.
There's our boy Oni hanging out here with Renan for me, and they're she's interviewing him for. I'm not exactly sure what he's interviewing, but yeah, it's just them, and she's talking a little bit more about it. She is the voice of sense. Hip hop gamers all like, and she's like, the way this is, like calm down, but it was great.
You can download.
Here's our boys.
Spawn on me. All right,
wait, you might actually be hearing a little bit about that.
So it is all of those things. Now full disclosure.
Yeah, all right. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, right there on the left is Cicero Holmes. Oops, we transitioned. Let's go back. Oh no, did we lose the scene?
We lost the scene. Oh,
no.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Okay, so right there we got Cicero Holmes on the right. We got Khalif Adams. I mean, no, Cicero on the left, Khalif Adams on the right. They're doing their thing, Spawn on me all day, every day.
Good stuff.
And that's us.
That's
right?
us.
Yeah.
That was just a little bit of the stuff. I mean, I have a bunch of more little bits of footage that I took from today, but a lot of it doesn't seem that appropriate because we're not actually talking about the convention. So it was mostly the stuff that I got was just like shots of the front of the building to show you guys what it looks like. If you guys haven't seen it, even though there's 1,000 people sending those things all over the place.
Yeah, exactly. And it's crazy, man. Oh yeah, by the way, you guys didn't see this behind the scenes. I was kind of directing Manny a little bit because we noticed that when the transitions happen, like our voices went down. So what we were doing now is like we would show you something, we stop talking, transition, wait a little bit, and then start talking again. So hopefully it'll be better. But yeah, tomorrow, people. You already know what time it is, man. Sony, and I'm going to be real right now, Sony needs to actually put up or shut up now. I'm not saying that Microsoft conference, blew it was like the mind blower, but it surprised us. I don't expect a single surprise out of Sony's conference tomorrow. I really don't. You know what we're getting. We're getting Death Stranding. We're getting Days Gone. We're getting Ghost of Tsushima. We're getting Last of Us 2. I want to see something. Sony needs to surprise us. If it's just going to be a run of the mill thing, Microsoft may have a better conference this year, people. This is crazy right now, you know. And even from Nintendo, I'm not expecting much. But to be fair, I didn't expect anything from Microsoft either.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so far, Microsoft, Bethesda too.
Yeah.
Good stuff. EA, man, you know, there's only
Yeah.
fluke there. You know what I'm saying, man? Oh, God. I don't know if I want to tell this story. No, I don't want to tell this story on there. But I did run into Andrea Renee, and I talked to her for a good. She's fucking cool, man. You know, I talked to her for a good little bit. I actually did give her my thoughts on EA. I kept it mad real with her. She, you know, it was cool. But I did, you know, I told you this. I like told her how like proud I was of her, you know, like, you know, knowing where she came from and stuff, and I told him like, you need to host more stuff because you actually have a lot more life than some of these other guys, you know. Actually, yeah, we'll save that for another time. But it's I kept her real. She's fucking cool, man. So yeah, Sony, you already know, man. I can't wait. You know, so I hope you guys enjoy this little bit extra long episode. We had to cover 2 conferences, man.
Yep.
And crazier shit happening between. So tomorrow we got Sony. Yeah, and that'll be that. So the fellas, yeah, let's go through the schedule. There's 2 things tomorrow. Yeah, Ubisoft. Okay, so Ubisoft in the afternoon at 1 p.m. Pacific, and then Sony at night. I don't know what's gonna happen with Ubisoft. Maybe me and Manny will be on that episode.
Yeah, we don't know. We got a whole day to officially. There's nothing other than for us tomorrow, so we have a whole day. So Tony's probably gonna be doing some writing. I'm gonna be doing some work because I still got my freelance work.
Yeah. So all right, I'm not gonna promise something, but it looks like Manny and I will be on that episode because I'm gonna 1 p.m. This thing's gonna end at 2. That still gives us a ton of time before Sony. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
Crazy. All right, man. So we'll see you next time, man. Later.
Later, guys.